going on, y'all? Don't mind me. I'm a little under the weather right now, but we back to it. We back to it. Definitely want to say thank you for everybody that subscribed to the channel. We just surpassed 1,000 subs, so that's definitely a step in the right direction. So I want to say thank you for that. Um, if you tuned in, you probably tuned in because we talking about the Google trending topics today. Um, it looks like Bobby Knight is definitely trending today. I'm not sure if you heard, but Bobby Knight was a Hall of Fame basketball coach. He passed away at the age of 83. So, yeah, that's definitely trending all over the internet right now. If you follow basketball, and I'm pretty sure you're probably familiar with that. Um, yeah, Basketball Hall of Famer Bobby Knight, whose unapologetic style earned legions of fans and critics alike. He died Wednesday at his home in Bloomington, Indiana, according to a statement released by his family. He was 83 years old at the time of his death. It looks like is what was reported. Knight was a legendary figure in college basketball. Um, his record earned many admirers and nicknames. You know what I mean? So a lot of people or a lot of fans called him the General. Not sure if y'all knew about that. But yeah, Knight was one of the United States most winningest college coaches. Um, with more than 900 wins by the end of his career. So that's definitely something to think about. He was definitely a good coach. It seemed like um, he had a reputation for being blunt and profane, with an explosive temper that often led to volatile behavior that married his achievements. That they wrote about him. So basically, they still call him a legend. They still definitely respect his legacy. You see, he got over 900 wins, so that's pretty dope. I'm actually from Springfield, Mass. myself, so Basketball Hall of Fame is definitely no stranger to us, you know. But yeah, Bob Knight, rest in peace to Bobby Knight. Um, you know what I mean? That's one of the most trending topics today, November the 1st. But yeah, again, I want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel lately. I want to say, I really appreciate it. Looking forward to, doing some more things as far as, with the books and, just basically trying to go live a little bit more. I know I haven't been going live lately, but I'm definitely trying to do more of that. But let's get back into the trending topics. Let's get back into the trending topics for today. So, along with Bobby Knight, we do have, looks like a Carabao Cup. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Carabao Cup. Let's see. Looks like it's highly searched right now. Yeah, I don't follow soccer that much, so it definitely has to do with soccer. But I did used to play soccer, though. I was a left wing and right wing. I played in soccer. You know what I mean? I was definitely one of the leading goal scorers in soccer when I was a kid. But this is my first time hearing about the Carabao Cup. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But yeah, let's take a look. It's one of the most searched topics today on the 1st of November. And, it's let's take a look. Carabao Cup elimination poses mindset concerns for Arsenal. So it looks like Arsenal's having a little trouble with let's see who they facing off. Arsenal. Let me see. All right, so y'all gotta y'all gotta, you know what I mean? Y'all gotta bear with me on the sports tip, mainly just because I've been, just writing books and things like that. But I wanted to bring y'all a little bit more, to my content and start doing a little bit more about just talking a little bit more about the trending topics and things like that. But yeah, Arsenal is they're playing. Let me see. Let's see who Arsenal's playing right now. I don't know why I can't see it. I'm not, and look, I'm not ashamed to go ahead and do my due diligence. Oh, they playing West Ham. I'm not sure who's West Ham either, but it seems like it's definitely, it seems like it's definitely one of those games that's a nail biter. Probably got a lot of money on the line for those who bet on soccer. So yeah, for sure. You know. Carabao Cup, second trending topic next to let me see, Mr. Knight. Rest in peace to Mr. Knight. Excuse me. But yeah, don't mind me if I'm not too fluent in the topics as far as every topic goes. I'm really just trying to shed light on the actual topics themselves, not necessarily the details, but just kind of give people a feel for what is trending around the internet. So you got Bobby Knight trending at number 1. You got the Carabao Cup trending at number 2. Arsenal is trending at number 3. So again, the Carabao Cup and Arsenal, they're taking over in the sports soccer section, I should say. Liverpool, let me see. Liverpool as well. So it looks like soccer. There's a lot of soccer news right now that is definitely taking a lot of the search space. As far as the Google searches goes and things like that. Who else do we have? We got Mariah Carey at number 5. So Mariah Carey's being sued right now. All I Want for Christmas Is You. All right. I hope she, you know what I mean? I hope she can get through that because a lot of people definitely love that song. A lot of people play that song. A lot of businesses play that song when you're shopping and things like that. So let's get into it. Let's see what they talking about. Mariah Carey sued again over All I Want for Christmas Is You by the same person, it looks like. So seems like somebody might have it out for her. Let's see. Vince Vance. Not sure who Vince Vance is, but it seems like Vince Vance has a lawsuit claiming that Mariah Carey stole her holiday mega hit. So it's very interesting to see what kind of proof or evidence Vince Vance has. He's a songwriter named Vince Vance again. He's suing Mariah Carey over accusations that she stole the All I Want for Christmas Is You song. I'm not sure if y'all believe that, but it seems like he definitely has some strong evidence as of to why he would create a lawsuit in this nature. He's suing Mariah Carey over accusations that she stole her chart-topping All I Want for Christmas Is You from his earlier song a year after he dropped a previous a previous lawsuit making the same allegations. So it seems like Vince Vance is suing Mariah Carey for the second time. And basically his last lawsuit, let me see. It says, in a complaint filed Wednesday, November the 1st, in Los Angeles federal court, Vance, his real name is Andy Stone, actually. He made the same basic accusations as he did in his last lawsuit that Carey's 1994 holiday blockbuster infringed the copyrights to his 1989 song of the same exact name. That's no small claim. Carey's All I Want has reached number one on the Billboard's Hot 100 during each of the past four holiday seasons. So this is one of those songs that basically, the Christmas season can't live without. And this guy he keeps creating ruckus for her, and seems like they're having some licensing challenges. It seems like it says the new case includes a far more detailed and far more personal allegations against Carey, including that she made up the story of how she wrote the song, and that her own co-writer Walter Afanasieff, sorry if I butchered that, has disputed that story. So it seems like Vance is making allegations that she has one story about how she came up with the song, and her co-writer has a different story. It's very interesting. Carey has, without licensing, palmed off these works with her origin story as if those works were her own. Vance's lawyers wrote in a refiled complaint. Let me see. Vance is really serious about this, it looks like. Now Vance is actually represented by Gerard P. Fox, and he's the same attorney who represented two songwriters who accused Taylor Swift of stealing lyrics to Shake It Off. So that case went on for more than 5 years of litigation before it ended in December of last year, 2022, with the confidential settlement. So, yeah, I mean, if she settled, then it looks like Taylor Swift might have got caught up by the same person. Not the same person, but got caught up in a similar fashion by a different person. But now Vance is actually being represented by the attorney who represented the individual that got the settlement from Taylor Swift. So that's very interesting. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas, it seems like it might be up for grabs. Seems like that guy Vance may have grounds for settlement. Especially if a lawyer or an attorney of that nature is taking a case like this. It definitely seems like it may be worth the ride. Let's see. Yeah, it's very interesting. This new version of the lawsuit, they're giving a more detailed allegation about the similarities between the two songs. It dove into the linguistic structure, the musical elements that Carey allegedly copied in her song. Basically, the phrase "All I Want for Christmas." Let me see. The phrase "all I want for Christmas is you" may seem like a common parlance today, it says, but in 1988 it was. In context, distinctive, Vance's new lawyers write, moreover, the combination of a specific chord progression and the melody paired with the verbatim hook was a greater than 50% clone of Vance's original work in both lyric choice and chord expressions. That's crazy. Notably, the new complaint lawsuit also mentions Love Actually, the 2003 Christmas movie that skyrocketed Carey's song even further into the holiday canon. Interesting. The lawsuit notes that Carey's songs appears in a featured performance scene in the mega movie hit. Interesting. So nobody from Mariah Carey's camp has responded. Um, it's very interesting to see this claim here because she's definitely received a lot of credit for this song. So I'm very interested to see, how they deal with something like this because that's a lot of royalties. That's hella royalties that she received for this song. A lot of time, and there's stores that have this song on their playlist. When you go into any mall in America, damn near you hear this song all the time, guaranteed at least 3 times before you leave. But that's enough with Mariah. We'll see what happens, Mariah. So we talked about Bobby Knight, the Carabao Cup. You got Arsenal, you got Liverpool, got Mariah Carey, and All I Want Is You. Peregrine Pearson. Who is Peregrine Pearson? Does anybody know who she is? Because this is my first time hearing of her. So let's dive into it to see why she's trending on the news, why she's trending on Google. So who is Peregrine Pearson? All right. Let's find out who she is. All right. Let's see. So let me see. Does Sophie Turner have a new man in her life? It may appear so. Let's look at this. So, in the picture, there's a picture up here that I'm looking at. The Game of Thrones alum can be seen kissing British aristocrat Peregrine Pearson during a recent trip to Paris. Later that same day, both Pearson and Turner were at the Stade de France, where Turner helped co-present the Rugby World Cup trophy. Interesting. The rumor romance comes just a few months after the actor and husband Joe Jonas announced their decision to divorce. After 4 wonderful years of marriage, we mutually decided to end their marriage, it says. Let's see. The heck? All right. Peregrine Pearson. All right. And Pearson is the eldest son of Michael Orlando Wheatman Pearson. Let's see. 4th Viscount Cowdray and Marina Rose Cordley. Interesting. Upon his father's death, he will become the 5th Viscount Cordray and will inherit the Cordray estate, which sits in West Sussex. Peregrine Pearson talked about his involvement in managing the sprawling 20,000-acre estate in 2019 with an interview with Gentleman's Journal. Interesting. We employ 200 people full-time with an extra 150 people in the summer. We house 400 families. We employ another 1,000 people through tenanted business on the estate. That all comes with a social responsibility, he said. But the dream is to pass it on to my son or daughter in better nick than it's in now. Interesting. Never said that before. In better nick than it's in now. That's the mentality when it comes to estates. You're so grateful that you've been given this opportunity. You want others to have the same opportunity that you had. So it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. So this guy is the heir of some very, very wealthy people. And he's just taken over an estate very large estate. It seems like. Um, Definitely seems like he's very grateful for it, and it looks like he landed Peregrine Pearson. I mean, it looks like Peregrine Pearson landed Sophie Turner, who is a part of the Game of Thrones cast. So yeah, I guess Peregrine Pearson is a rich guy. Um, yeah, British guy, British aristocrat, matey. Yeah. But that's pretty cool though, man. That's pretty cool. One day I hope to inherit something like that, or at least create an opportunity for my sons to inherit an estate of that nature, so, or that size, especially doing things to give back to the community and employ others, be able to house others and things like that. So um, Peregrine Pearson, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty dope. Tag Peregrine Pearson, man. If you have any access to Peregrine, man, tell him we respect what he's got going on, and definitely we love to see the estate sometime. I'm just putting it out there. I'm trying to manifest Peregrine Pearson's presence. Maybe we could talk some business sometime. But yeah, all right. So who else? So we talked about Bobby Knight. We talked about the Carabao Cup. We talked about Arsenal. We talked about Liverpool, Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is not to get sued. Peregrine Pearson. He's definitely trending on the internet right now. George Santos. Who is George Santos? Let's see. Anybody know? Anybody know who George Santos is? Again, I'm a little under the weather, so I've been kind of trying to nurse myself back to good health. So I haven't been keeping up with the current events like I should. So I'm sharing my resurrection to current events with you guys. So here we go. Let's find out. George Santos. Interesting. Uh-oh. Let's see. George Santos, what did you do, buddy? Let's see. George. Representative George Santos easily survived a vote Wednesday to expel him from the House as more Republicans and 31 Democrats opted to withhold punishment while both his criminal trial and House Ethics Committee investigation proceed. Interesting. George. What did you do, George? The effort to kick Santos out of the House was led by his fellow New York Republicans, who are anxious to distance themselves from a colleague infamous for fabricating his life story and accused of stealing from donors, lying to Congress, and receiving unemployment benefits he didn't deserve. George, what the heck? Okay, but the resolution failed to gain the required 2/3 vote. Supporters could not even gain a simple majority, with the final vote being 179 for expulsion and 213 against. Interesting. So he did still have some people on his side. Maybe his accomplices, maybe not, but he definitely has some people on his side still. To succeed, numerous Republican lawmakers would have had to break ranks with the newly elected Speaker Mike Johnson, who has said Santos should get his day in court. Johnson, a Republican from Louisiana, also recently told Fox News that if Congress is going to expel members because they are charged with a crime or accused of wrongdoing, that's a problem. Whoa. Johnson. Now that's a problem because it seems like we the people are under the impression that to be charged with crimes would be unethical. if you ask me, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, Johnson. But let's talk about George. Let's get back to George. Some Democrats also voiced concerns that getting ahead of the ethics committee, which issue a rare memo the day before, citing the depth of its investigation with some 40 witnesses contacted and the issuance of 37 subpoenas. It also said the next steps of the committee's investigation would be announced on November 17th. There's a date to look out for. Hopefully it's a good day for George and his crew. Hopefully things can get resolved. Let's see. Congress has rarely resorted to the most extreme punishment at its disposal. The House has expelled only 5 members in its history, 3 during the Civil War, and 2 after their convictions on public corruption charges. Excuse me. This sounds like this might be along the lines of those corruption charges, but hey, let's wait for the ethics committee to make their decision on this situation. It would be groundbreaking for the House to kick out Santos before his case in federal court is resolved. So some Republicans, however, they had seen enough of Santos. They're pissed off with Santos. George, I don't know what kind of people you stole from, man, but they probably would like you to make this right, man. Republican Steve Womack, he's from Arkansas, said he believes in due process, but also thinks Santos misrepresented himself to New York voters, and they never would have elected him if they known the true George Santos. Interesting. So Womack has a different version of George than the people knows, and it seems like he's very disappointed in George. Seems like a lot of people are disappointed in George Santos. It's very interesting. It seems like they never would do something like this, but based off of what George has done, the people that he's stolen from, the people that he's misled, looks like they want to get him out of their circle. So we'll see what the House decides to do with George Santos. Moving on. Aidan O'Connell. All right, let's talk about Aidan O'Connell. Does anybody know who Aidan O'Connell is? Looks like Aidan O'Connell is a quarterback for the Raiders. Not following football or any other sports that heavily this year or any other years lately, so excuse me if I am not the most up-to-date or aware person with these types of current events, but this definitely bear with me. That's why we shedding light on them. So yeah, let's take a look at it. All right, so we got Aidan O'Connell. I guess Jimmy Garoppolo normally would start for the Raiders, but it looks like we're going to start Aidan O'Connell at quarterback. So that's pretty cool. Here, let's read a little bit about it. Seems like the Raiders have lost 2 straight games in a dispiriting fashion. And let me see here. Looks like their fans want a new chapter. They believe in a new day, a new mindset. And the Raiders' pride has committed to basically letting the people know, or letting the team know, that they want a different quarterback to start. So, yeah, I mean, we know how you football fans are. Let me see here. Let me see. So Aidan O'Connell would take over at quarterback in the place of high price but often injured veteran Jimmy Garoppolo. Looks like Aidan may have a chance at taking this position indefinitely, based off what the fans want, based off of the direction of the team so far. So that's pretty cool. Looks like their head coach is all for it, or at least their coaching staff agrees with it. So that's pretty dope. General manager or interim general manager Champ Kelly Looks like they're having a pretty good time with just figuring out what's going to work for the team. So that's also a good sign for the Raiders. Even though I'm not a football fan or Raider fan or anything like that, I don't mind the game, and I know people are passionate about their team. So, you could definitely probably see some good things happening for the Raiders moving forward. So, yeah, I wish them luck, man. I wish them luck. Not going to spend too much time with the Raiders. Let's see here. We talked about Bobby Knight. We talked about the Carabao Cup. Not sure if I'm saying that right again. We talked about Arsenal. We talked about Liverpool. We talked about Mariah Carey. We talked about Peregrine. We talked about George Santos. We talked about Aidan O'Connell. Yeah, let's talk about WeWork right now. So WeWork, a lot of people were employed by WeWork, and a lot of offices were opened on behalf of WeWork. Let me see. Interesting. So they're going to start closing some offices around the world. Looks like they made an announcement. Looks like they had a bad investment come back and bite them. So there was an article written. The troubled office sharing firm WeWork is to start closing some of its buildings around the world. Let's see here. The company was valued at $47 billion. Is that billion? Hold on. Yeah, tens of billion dollars. I guess so. So the company valued at $47 billion has seen its shares tumble following reports it could file bankruptcy as early as next week. WeWork would not confirm exactly how many sites in the UK would close. It did, however, say that it would shut one of its central London buildings close to Blackfriars Station. So the move would be part of what the company called our previously announced strategy to improve liquidity and strengthen our balance sheets. WeWork members at the building on London's South Bank told the BBC that they had been emailed by the company telling them it was closing unprofitable sites. They said that they had been asking to be out of the building by November 30th, and that WeWork said it will find them alternative workplace solutions. Interesting. It comes as the firm grapples with financial struggles, and it says on Tuesday, it told the U.S. financial regulator it had agreed with creditors to temporarily postpone payments for some of its debt. That's definitely not a good sign. The BBC understands the company will now be looking to renegotiate many of its leases, not just in the UK, but around the world, as it tries to solve problems caused by rapid expansion, increasing interest rates, and disastrous attempts to sell shares to the public and the exit of its co-founders. In a statement to the BBC, WeWork said it was fully committed to the UK and Ireland, but declined to commit on reports it was set to enter Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings in the United States. What? That's crazy. Obviously, there's more to the article. Definitely, if you want to look it up, go look it up online. It's trending, so it won't be hard to find. But WeWork is closing hella locations. Here it goes, man. Here it goes. This was a company that was supposed to be dependable. This was a company that was supposed to always be able to fulfill their debt obligations, and now they're asking for creditors to temporarily postpone payments on some of its debts. Um, Unprofitable sites, things like that. It seems like, yeah. What else did it say here? The loss of its co-founder. They're selling shares to the public. Come on, man. Those were things that should have already been established. It seemed like a long time ago, and now it looks like this company is definitely going to crash. Looks like this was a waste of money at the end of the day. Looks like the repercussion of the rapid expansion, as they mentioned, probably had a crazy effect. The mortgage rates going up. But I mean, it seems like companies like this would have locked in payment structures. If there were inflation and things like that, it wouldn't really affect the day to day of the businesses like that. You know, with companies with investors like that, you would think that they would have planned for something of this nature, given the fact that the economy is based off of jobs. So why would a company like this, um, you know, basically put themselves in a position to go bankrupt and basically allow their stock and just the whole model of what they were selling and the vision, all of that stuff just goes to nothing, you know, if this is the all end all to this. um I think there's a lot of small businesses, mom and pop businesses, um you know, people like myself, um, who would love opportunities that these companies have been given. And, you know, hopefully we could put ourselves in positions to do the same, because if they're throwing away billions of dollars like this, then I definitely believe that the things that I'm working on can should have an opportunity to thrive or to die, just like these corporations do. So, yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on, man. We're gonna wrap this up here shortly. So we got Bobby Knight, the Carabao Cup, Arsenal, Liverpool, Mariah Carey, Peregrine Pearson, George Santos, Aidan O'Connell, WeWork, Chelsea. Interesting. So again, another spinoff of the Carabao Cup is trending heavy right now. So you got Chelsea in the news. They got tons of searches right now with Google. So it's seems like soccer right now is definitely doing a lot in the search engine. Got the Pacers versus the Celtics. Amy Schumer is in there as well. Brooke Shields. Interesting. Looks like she revealed that she had a seizure. Um, let's see. Interesting. Brooke Shields. Health concerns right now. Brooke Shields is recounting a surreal experience that started with a scary medical episode and soon led to none other than Bradley Cooper holding her hand in an ambulance. If you guys don't know who Bradley Cooper is, that's the guy from Hangover. I believe it's the first one. Yeah, the cool dude. He was pretty cool. But yeah, so Brooke Shields had a seizure. Very interesting. Right after the guy from Friends, and looks like you got Bradley Cooper from The Hangover, who was also with his friends. Not trying to be on any of the, yeah. Anyway, very interesting. Very interesting. Bradley Cooper, Brooke Shields. Thank God he was there. Yeah. But just want to get on here, and talk a little bit about the current events. If you haven't seen behind me, right here is the poster. Basically, it's the cover for one of my books. It's called The Musician's Monetization Guide to YouTube Shorts. And again, that's called The Musician's Monetization Guide to YouTube Shorts. That book is authored by myself, Eric Wilkerson. I got about 20, 26, 27 other books, close to 30 books, I believe, that I authored with Amazon. So when you get done here, definitely don't hesitate to go to Amazon and, check out some of the books, some of the titles that I have there. We have some ebooks up there as well. So, if you're an ebook type of person, you got your Kindle. I know it's getting cold, so, we got some, I got some pretty cool stories up there that I think are very interesting. We got some bestseller ranked books as well. Eric Wilkerson, The Musician's Monetization Guide to YouTube Shorts. I want to say thank y'all for basically tuning in again. Thank you for the subscribers recently. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for the ones who will be subscribing soon. If you haven't already, I'm going to start doing a lot more live content and more Google trends, Google trending topics and things like that. Just kind of run through of the top 10 trending topics or top 10 search trends, I should say. And we'll go from there. And again, thanks for tuning in. New Form AZMLO, Eric Christopher Wilkerson Incorporated. Don't hesitate to reach out. Peace, man. I appreciate it.